Oh, that's going to help. Now I should have sound. Goodness me. Oh, you know what? I don't know if anyone was watching Susan's video this morning. She did the same thing. um, we have this little thing. My friend Susan Campfield, who does amazing, wonderful videos. She's awesome. But this morning she also had no sound at the beginning of hers. And I have found that what happens to her tends to happen to me, and vice versa. So, yeah, sound should be back now, Glenda. By the time you typed that, I think I was back in business, and I realized what I'd done straight away. I realized. So sorry about that. So I was saying, let me see if I can recap what I just said. I had no sound, so you wouldn't have heard me say that it is Sunday night, the 22nd of December, a couple of days out from Christmas. And this Tuesday, which is normally my Technique Tuesday, I go live at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday, and I will not be live this time. This week, I'm not doing this week's Technique Tuesday. There'll be no video that day. I've got some Christmas errands to run that afternoon, so I know she did make beautiful cards. She always does. They're always fabulous. But I know she was very embarrassed about having no sound at the beginning of her video. And yeah, I was actually watching at the time, and I'm trying to send her a message. There's no sound on your video. But that's all right. She got through it and made beautiful cards, as you said, and she always does. So I'm hoping for the same kind of success. I'm hoping we're going to make nice cards tonight as well. So that's pretty cool. Just trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. Probably I'll just tell you stuff as we go along tonight, I think. So just looking through the comments. I'm sorry I have not had time to go back and individually name people and answer all your lovely comments, but thank you for being here and thank you for sharing with each other. I love that you guys do that. It makes it such a lovely crafty community to be part of, and I'm so grateful that you're all here. So that's fantastic. Who's having another birthday? Marilyn, is she? Oh, happy birthday, Marilyn. That's nice. Yes, to celebrate with all of us. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty nice way to spend your birthday, isn't it? All right, so shall I switch over to the desk? That might be good. And then let's get going, and I'm going to play around with some bits and pieces here. I've got a couple of things to show you tonight, and we'll just see how we go. Thank you for the share. That's very great, Roz. I really appreciate that. You know, all the things that you guys do, thumbs up, comments, any kind of engagements, those are all absolutely fantastic. The very best one of all is when you share the video. You share it on your Facebook page or you share it somewhere else. I don't mind where you share it, because the more places we share it, the more people we can find. So that's pretty cool, I think. And there's something pretty wonderful about crafting people. Crafting people are good people. That's what I think. Don't you? How are you, Denise? Looking forward to Christmas? Thank you. I'm so glad you think that celebrating with everyone is special, Marilyn. I'm very happy to be part of that. All right, so let's switch over to the desk and see how we go. I'm going to switch the light on. Oh, you got the back of my desk. I might have to angle that better. Hang on a second. Let me get that a little bit better. That's better. And then get this light on so that it does make a glare on the desk, but at least everything is easier to see. Don't you think? All right, so here's our current mini catalogue. And on Friday night, I know you guys all said you didn't want any Christmas, but I'm going to do something Christmas tonight that's not a card, that might be something helpful. So this close to Christmas, and we're putting the final touches on all our presents and all those bits and pieces. That's great, Denise. I'm so glad to hear it. Thanks for the thumbs up too. All right, so in this catalogue, we have lots of fun things, but a lot of the things in here are retiring, and they're going to be finishing up on the 6th of, what day is it? The 6th of, oh, I just realized what I want to show you isn't in here. Okay, just ignore that thought for a second. Some of what I want to show you is in here, and some of it is not. But what I wanted to show you first are these. These are actually an online exclusive. These are the gift bags combo pack. Okay, and if you are looking, if you have these, or if you have little gift bags, then what I'm going to show you tonight is a really great way to decorate them, to do a little gift in for somebody for Christmas. And I think that's really nice. We've had a lot of fun with gift bags this year. we've had all different sizes and different types, and I thought I'd just do a different one tonight with some of the mini catalog products. So we are going to be using stuff out of here. There are 2 size bags in the gift bag collection. There's 8 of each. Okay, so you get 16 bags altogether. This is the larger size. These are 11.5, if I remember rightly. Let me double check. Yep, 11.5 centimeters across. Okay, which is around about in inches. That's 4.5 inches. Okay, so that gives you an idea. And then when you put your hand in, they've got like a little bottom bit down here that opens up. If you push that down, and you can see how it goes together. It's very, very simple. It's all ready to go, and then you can decorate it however you like. Now, I've done a few different things with these. Some of you would have seen for our team retreat, we made some cute little bags. And I'll just show you how those turned out. We did them. This is the big size bag. And I did them with some of the Marbled Elegance paper, and we cut a little heart-shaped window. There's a acetate piece in there and a little bit of gold accents. And then I also added a little handle as well, a ribbon handle. So these are really great if you wanted to, add some cute little package. But, of course, for Christmas, we want to do Christmas ones, okay? So, hey, Donna, nice to have you with us tonight. And then, so there's 8 of those, the big ones, and then there's 8 of the small ones, okay? And I've been using these a lot. I gave some out I gave quite a lot out this year for different Christmas gifts, and I thought I'd quickly decorate one up for you tonight and show how easy they are to do. So we did do one a couple of, maybe about 6 weeks ago or a couple of months ago, where we had one with a reindeer, one of the little reindeers with his little head on the front there. That was really cute. But I thought I'd do something a little bit different tonight, something else, something different. All right, so I've got some papers here, and I'm going to pull out. Let me see what paper would be good. The thing is, there are so many options. This is the reindeer paper. This one is the Sentimental Christmas paper, or another reindeer option. Actually, I like the reindeers with the holly. That might be nice. Yeah, let's use the holly. Or did I use the holly last time? I might have used the holly last time. Maybe I don't want to use the holly. Let me see what other options we have. I just grabbed a handful of paper and thought for sure there'd be one in there I wanted to use. But now I've got them out and I'm not sure that there is. I'm after something simple like stripes or how about, there we go. How about some green stripes? Green stripes might be nice. And I don't mind a diagonal. I like the holly, but I'm pretty sure we used holly once before. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting this to the width of the paper. And the width of the bag is 8.5 centimeters. Okay. Are you talking about my catalogue? Oh, don't worry, Valerie. This is not my first catalogue. I have multiple catalogues. I don't know how many of these I have. So the first one I ever had has probably long been ditched. You're saying the catalogue's in fantastic condition. That's because it's not my first catalogue. I just pick up another one when I'm ready. All right. Hey, Ellen, nice to see you. All right, I'm going to make this. It doesn't really matter how wide this is, but I'm thinking about 4 centimeters or 1.5 inches would be a good width. And then I'm going to make it the width of the bag, which is, like I said, 8.5 wide. So let's go with that. And we've got a little stripy piece, and that's going to end up on the front of my bag. Okay, but before I add my paper pieces, it makes sense to stamp it first because I want to add a Merry Christmas down the bottom of my bag. Okay, so just having a look. I think the Merry Christmas from the Reindeer Fun set, this Merry Christmas here, that's a really good one for this because it's almost exactly the right size. So I'm just going to pop that on a block. And I'm going to be using, now the colours in here, this is shaded spruce. So I'm actually thinking, because I'm going to be using some red glimmer paper, so I'm actually thinking I'll go with cherry cobbler because the red in the glimmer paper is actually cherry cobbler, although you can get away, left it behind, you can get away with real red as well, but technically it is actually, it does say on the packaging that it's cherry cobbler. So I'm just going to stamp this right here in the bottom. There we go. And I'm going to pop with some glue. It doesn't matter what glue you use. You can use Tombow, you can use seal, you could use tape, whatever you like. I'm just going to use seal because it's quick and easy. But it really doesn't matter which one you use. And I'm going to put that up a little higher above the Merry Christmas. There we go, like that. All right, and then I'm going to add a strip of glimmer. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to add a strip of glimmer. I was going to, but instead I'm going to cut a circle. Let me just see. Have I got my... Do I want 2 3/8 or do I want... I don't know if I want this one, or I might go with the bigger one. The 2 3/8 is the big one, the big circle, and the 2 inches is the next one down from that. So I'm going to, I think the 2 3/8 will be better. So this is the bigger one. Yeah, that's good. All right, so like I said, this is actually a cherry cobbler. It's hard to see it, but under the light here, it actually looks very cherry cobbler, but looking at it in front of me, it's somewhere between real red and cherry cobbler, but under the camera light, it definitely looks more cherry cobblery. Maybe you can make a set of dinosaurs on thick cardboard to play with, Ellen. Yes, maybe you were. I don't have those dinosaurs yet. Those are one of the $1 Million Achiever sets, which I really, really like. Okay. And then I've got my Humble Home, my very much loved Humble Home set. Okay, love this set. It's been well and truly used. And I'm going to be making a gingerbread house. So basically, if you want to make a gingerbread house, you need this little one with the line drawing kind of design. And I'm going to pop it on a block here, block D. And the best way to make a gingerbread house is to use pecan pie cardstock, because pecan pie cardstock is like the perfect color for gingerbread. Has everyone else noticed this? It's such a good gingerbread color. Look at it. It's like that real toasted gingerbread look. So I'm going to pop that in there. And I am going to use my Versamark, and we're going to emboss this with white. Now, I actually got myself, in my latest Stampin' Up order, I got myself some new embossing powders. So I'm going to use those tonight. It's the first time I'm going to use them. I could use my old ones because I've got a little bit left, but I really want to use the new ones because everyone tells me that those Wow embossing powders are really great. Does anyone else use them? All right, so you can see I've got this on here. What I need to do is to grab my new embossing powders. They're literally just taking them out of the box. And this is them. They are called Wow embossing folders, W-O-W. And this is the basic collection, which is clear, black, and white. And the ones I want to do, because I'm making a gingerbread house, I want to do white, so it looks like white icing. So I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to grab my, and here's my old white, actually. So I'll put that back in the drawer because I'm not going to need that one tonight. Oh, and I should have used my embossing buddy. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Won't matter too much. So here I go. First time I'm using. Who has used these? Has anyone said yes, they're great, Lorraine? You think so? Well, I'm about to find out. Oh, on first glance, I can already tell it's a finer powder than the ones we had before. Just a little bit. There we go. Someone hooning down the street. Put the plug back in the, there we go, and get the lid back on my powder. So they're a bit different, aren't they, to the old tubs? So the old tubs were small and sort of squat, and these ones are smaller around, but they're taller. So Interesting. So it says opaque, bright white, and regular. So I'm assuming by regular they mean not the ultra thick. I would love it if we got some ultra thick powder in sometime. Do you guys remember when that used to be around? It was all the rage there for a while. Some years back. Right. So I'm going to get my heat tool and I'm going to cook this so that we can, and before I do, I notice I've got a little bit of extra powder up here because I didn't use my embossing buddy, and so I'm paying the price because I have extra powder. So if ever that happens, take to it with a brush and get rid of that excess powder. It won't matter too much because we're going to punch this out anyway, so that makes it pretty good. Oh, it's really good to hear. I've heard really good things about the powders. I think I'm more likely to notice the difference with the metallic ones. I think the white's still going to look white because it always did. But I basically had to get, oh, I just went and smudged it. Do you see what I did there? I smudged it. Oh, well, I'm not too worried. I'm going to leave it as it is. Because I don't know about you, but when I ice my gingerbread cookies, I never seem to get that perfect. All right. You see what I did? See how I smudged it at the bottom there? No one's going to care. If I'm giving someone a gift in one of these bags and they're worried about the smudging on the house, then they don't deserve the present. That's what I say. Right, there we go. Very cute. Isn't that a cute little house? I love this house. All right, I'm going to be popping this onto my 2 3/8 circle. So I'm going to use... Hey, Dimity. Nice to have you there. Oh, I think I'll be doing that too, Leslie. So far, I've only got the basics ones, the white, the black, and the clear. But I'm going to get the metallics next and give those a whirl because I think I'll notice more of a difference with those. Not that I don't like what we have currently, or what we had, shall I say. But yeah, I should get them because that's what we have now. All right, so this is going to be ending up on here. It's very cool, isn't it? Don't you really think that's a cute little thing? I mean, this is a super, super easy way. The other day I went to a luncheon and there was 8 of us. So that meant myself and 7 others. So I had to take 7 little gifts. And guess what? I took 7 little gifts in these little bags. And this is what I did. I used my Pick and Pie, made little gingerbread houses, and I put a cookie and some chocolates in each one. And it was a really nice little gift. And then, of course, the other thing we want to do, because I think we should, is, and these are from the Reindeer Days suite, or yes, the Reindeer Days suite. This is the fabulous peppermints. These are fantastic. I am so happy that we've had these this year. There's small, medium, and large. So I've got a small one, a big one, a medium one, and I'm going to put a small one, a bit further up near the top. In fact, I think I'll also, because I can, I'm going to put a medium one on the door handle, on the door. There we go. And then we have a cute little bag. How easy. Oh, good on you, Ellen. Thanks for dropping by. It's nice to see you. All right, so now we have ourselves a cute little bag that we can, and how quick and easy was that, right? So you can make a ton of these really fast, you know, just emboss them all, really stamp and emboss them out really quickly. Just heat them all up at once. Put down an 8.5 centimeter wide piece. This is 4 centimeters by 8.5. And then I use my glimmer paper to use a circle and cut out, punch out the glimmer paper behind, and it's so easy. So simple. Goodness me. That's super, super fast, right? Yeah, it's cute. But the Humble Home, I don't think that's on the last chance list. Did anyone happen to see? Let me have a very fast look. I'm pretty sure it's not, but I'm going to just quickly find out. So the Humble Home, no, they're not retiring. These are not on the last chance. So you'll be able to get these for some time yet. If you, the things like the reindeers that are on the last chance and the peaceful evergreens and the peaceful season, definitely get over to the online store and check those out. Some of them are marked down. Some items are marked down, some items are not. So you want to go and check that. And if also every month or so, they're going to be updating it. And sometimes things that weren't, you know, that you may find there's new discounts and things announced from time to time. So do keep an eye on the list. Go and check it out every now and then, because that's going to give you the best chance of getting your best value. Okay. And if you really love something, don't wait, because if once it's gone, it's gone. It will sell out. Just grabbing myself a drink. Got the water bottle. It's my Stampin' Up water bottle. I got this one a while back from one of our training events, which was fantastic. I love that we get those sorts of things as little gifts. Nah, thank you. Yes, I thought it was carrying over. That's great, Denise. Thank you so much. And Cherie also jumped in and said it was as well. So this is available right now as a bundle. Normally what happens, though, this is something that's important to tell you. If something's a bundle in a publication and then it carries over, there is every chance that it will still be available, but it won't be available as a bundle necessarily. And that's quite common, okay? Are those gift bags going to be available until after Christmas? Yes, they are online exclusives, and I'm just going to check them. I'm pretty certain that they are not currently on the last chance list, but let's have a look and see. I could be wrong. No, they're not on the last chance list, but they are online exclusives, which means they're available until they sell out, okay? So if you love them, they're $17.50, and you get the 8 big bags and the 8 small bags. And I think they're fantastic to have on hand in case you need to do up some quick little gifts. Super, super cute, and makes gift giving really, really easy. I love a good handmade packaging for gifts. What do you think? Do we like that? All right, so that's our first project tonight. That's pretty fast, wasn't it? How quick and easy was that? All right. And then what I did was I grabbed out something brand new that you guys haven't seen yet, or you may have seen it around, but it's not in a catalog, and in fact it's not going to be in a catalog. It's an online exclusive that's going to be available next month, okay? And it is a new set, which I really, really like this set, and I had to have it because it's the sort of thing that that floats my boat for 2 different reasons. This one's called Elements of Text. Has anyone seen this one? Okay, so it is a new set, and demonstrators can get it right now on pre-order. Everybody else will need to wait for the 7th of January for this one. Okay, so it's called Elements of Text, and it's super, super nice. It will be $46, this stamp set. And you're going to see some fabulous things done with it. There's 2 reasons that I love it. I'm a big sucker for lots and lots of texts as backgrounds, and they can give you an antique look, and you can use them lots and lots of different ways. You can layer them over each other. There's like a big circle of text that we could put something on, which I thought we might do tonight. And there's also, like, I don't know if you can see, you can't actually read what they say. You're not meant to be able to read what they say. It's meant to be just the look of text. Okay, they're fantastic. You have this one already, do you? That's cool, Lorraine. Yeah, I saw this and I just had to have it. But the other reason I love this set is because of these gorgeous little kind of, does everyone remember the stamp set that I know, splatters, exactly, Leslie, or dottage, some people call it. You know what? A few years ago, we had a set called Gorgeous Grunge, and it was given to us as a gift. Some of you will remember the set. Okay, I don't have it anymore because I've long since sold it. I know, I love this. I love the splatters too. But we had this Gorgeous Grunge set, and I remember when I first saw the set, we were actually given it as a gift at one of our conventions. So when we walked in, sometimes when you arrive, you have, a bag. There's always a bag. There's always a convention bag, and it's usually got some fun goodies in it. And one of the goodies in the bag was this Gorgeous Grunge set. And I remember looking at the Gorgeous Grunge set and going, when would I use that? I can't even see what I would use that for. Obviously, it was in my pre-splatter days. Gorgeous Grunge is a set that taught me to love splatter. It ended up being probably my most used set, and I used it on every single card that I made. There was always some splatter on there somewhere. Going on your wish list, I know, Moira, it's fantastic. If you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. If you're a customer, obviously reach out to your demonstrator. You'll be able to get it on the 7th of January. Okay, so it's not very long now. It's only a couple of weeks and we're there. So that's pretty cool. But I just love this set. So I thought we would play around with that tonight. I've already put the big one, the big circle one. I've put that on block E, which it just fits on block E. You would definitely fit on block F, which is the really big one. And I thought we'd use the splatters as well. So I've put one of them. I haven't even put all the labels on yet, see? But I pulled out the ones that I thought I would probably use tonight. I may end up using this one. We'll see. If I do, we'll see. But I've only put the two onto the labels so far. All right, so I'm going to put this one just on a block here. And I'm going to grab myself some DSP. I wasn't sure what colors to go with tonight, because really, you know, you could make this quite what would you say, an antique look by using neutral colored cardstock. I'm just going to start out with some white, and let's have a play and see what we can do with this. So I've just got some ideas in my head that might work for this, and I think I'm not going to go with black, but I want to use a neutral color. Maybe Night of Navy would be a good one in the background here. So let's try that. We'll give that a whirl first. And I'm just going to make sure, because it's a big stamp, sometimes it's easier to take the ink pad to the stamp rather than the stamp to the ink pad, okay, when it's a really big stamp. And you can see I've managed to get some ink on the edges when I'm going around, so I'm actually going to use my finger and get rid of that. I probably should use a cloth or something else, but I just want to make sure I get rid of it with my finger for now. All right, so I'm going to put this in the top half of, I'm standing up to get the best shot at centering it. All right, and it looks just like this. Like I said, you can kind of read some of the letters, but it would be really difficult to actually read the whole thing. You could probably do it, but yeah, Very Versailles. Do you remember that one? That was great for text, but Gorgeous Grunge was great for splatter. And so between those two, yeah, and these are really, really cool. So I haven't decided what color, and I hadn't decided what I wanted to put in the middle either. But we have lots of options. We could go with a flower, like a vintage kind of a flower look, or we could go with a bee. There's lots of options, actually. Does anyone have anything they particularly would like to see used behind this? I think there's so many options. Oh, we could do, instead of stamping, I was going to stamp it and cut it out and put it on. But you know what we could do? We have also in the new stuff coming, we have the beautiful butterflies, guys. Has everyone seen those? And so that would be really nice to maybe use one of our butterflies from the butterfly dies. So this is new as well. Maybe this guy here with the detail. Because if I put him right about here, then that text is going to come through behind that. I probably could have moved my text down a little bit, to be honest. Maybe I will. Should I redo it? I'm actually going to do the other side. You just got the butterfly set. So useful, Suzanne. It's just such an easy set to use. Some sets are not as easy. You've got to think a bit harder about how you use them. I'm going to move this down, so it's not going to be as high as it was on the other side. And the reason why is because I want my butterfly to sort of sit in the middle of this. And if I have like that way, the butterfly could sit right about there. And I've still got room down here for my sentiment. Whereas if the way it was on the other side, the butterfly would be quite high. I mean, I could do it. What do we think? Do we like the text higher or do we like it a little bit lower? I don't know, actually. You're holding off for the butterfly until January? Cool. Yep. Oh, dragonflies would be nice. Yes. I know. Very Versailles was a really lovely set. That was Courtney's favourite set, I think, Denise. You think the lower one. So that's this one. All right. And I'm thinking it would be nice to do this butterfly. Let's do it in glimmer paper. But what colour? Maybe we could do a pretty peacock one. That would be really nice. Or we could do Old Olive. Either of those two would work really well. So this is the pretty peacock. See how nice that is. And then this is the Old Olive. All right, so we have the pretty peacocks in a set that's going to be going. Actually, are both of those in the set? The blue glimmer, do you think, Nairi? Hey, Laura, nice to see you there. The textured stamp, it's an online exclusive. Yeah, so you'll find it there. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm actually going to, I can see I've got a bit of, you can see I've got a bit of pink in there from the last butterfly I cut out. So I'm just going to quickly get rid of that before I start. And the easiest way to get rid of it is to use your die brush. If there are any pieces that are being stubborn, you can push them out, like just little tiny bits like that. And now it's all done. So I'm going to use it in my pretty, I'm going to go with the pretty peacock. So the 3-color glimmer paper is retiring, okay, and that's where the pretty peacock stuff comes from. So if you want some pretty peacock glimmer paper, you'll find the 3 colors. It's petal pink, I've got to remember, petal pink, pretty peacock, and, ooh, is it white? I need to double check. It's called 3-color glimmer. Okay, it's 3-color glimmer is pretty peacock, petal pink, and Highland heather, the purple. So that's really nice. All right, so I'm just going to push that out. Actually, before I take it off the die, it's actually easier to get all the pieces off sometimes if you do it before it comes out of the die. I mean, you can do it after, but I just think sometimes it's easier to get most of it out before you pull that out. There's still a few left, so I'm going to help with the pokey bit. Just a few more. There we go. Isn't that a beautiful butterfly? Look at that. You love that, right? Can't go wrong. Yes, thank you, Tanya. You are correct. All right, so this is going to be, and Pretty Peacock and Knighted Navy actually look really nice together. They're a good pairing. I would probably throw some Lost Lagoon in there as well. And in fact, we might. Let me have a little think. Maybe if I grab myself a blending brush, and I'm going to grab some Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to use a little bit on my blending brush, and I'm just going to, where's the butterfly going to be? Right, so it's going to be about there. So the center is about here, the center of the butterfly, I mean not the center of the circle, obviously. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of color. So start with a small circle and move out to make it a little bit darker. I think you need to do this a couple of times to build up some color. It just is going to give you a better look. All right, so that's how that's looking. Now it definitely is going to need some dottage. All right, so we could use Lost Lagoon, but I'm going to move up darker. I'm going to go up to Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to use my dotty stamp here. And I'm literally going to layer this. I'm wondering if my Pretty Peacock is dark enough, but anyway, yeah, it's fine. We're going to have some dots coming out. So a bit of a grungy look. So it looks like this. So we're going to cover up some of that dot, but that's okay. I might do one more because we covered up so much of it. Let's see. Okay, can you kind of see how that's looking? It's rather nice, isn't it? I can't help myself. I've got to keep going with the grunge. All right. It's very pretty. I know, it's beautiful butterfly, as the name suggests. All right, now that I've done this, I made this 10 centimeters by 14.3. Look at my fingers. Oh, my goodness. I do it to myself, though, you know. I'm actually going to cut this down. I'm going to take, because I want it to be 9.5, so I'm going to take 2.5 millimeters off each side because I want this to have a mat behind it. So it's going to end up being 9.5 centimeters wide. And then, will I take it off the top or off the bottom? Maybe I take it off the bottom. That'll move it down a bit more, but maybe I just do half and half. So this is going to end up being 13.8 long. So it's just going to have, now it's going to have a mat around it. So I'm thinking I might do Pretty Peacock or Night of Navy. That'll be the question. We could go either way. Let's have a look at our beautiful butterfly set while I've got, seeing as we're using that one. So we have some beautiful greetings in here. There's a really nice, in case you need me, I'm here. There's time to celebrate. There's a happy birthday. So thankful for you, and a hello. So super, super nice little set. This is the one that goes with the dies that I'm showing you. So let's go time to celebrate, because I think that's nice, and it's going to fit nicely down the bottom here. So I'm going to put that on another block. And I'm going to go with Night of Navy because I've got the navy text behind here. So I'm going to go with that same color. Yes, I agree. You guys, oh, are you leaving us, Denise? When you said night, night, are you talking about Night of Navy, or are you saying night, night as in you're going away? I hope that we get to see you again soon. My plan is to see you this week. That's my plan. All right. I thought she was going as well. All right. So we've kept this really simple. Yeah, really simple. So I'm going to pop this butterfly on here. I'm deciding how to put him on. We've got a few choices. We could add some glue dots down the middle and then leave his wings to hang. Or we could add a couple more glue dots at the outsides. Or I could put a very small mini dimensional there in the middle and maybe another one up the top here. I could probably get away with another one. But let's see. So with your mini dimensionals, the edges on these are not as thin as the edges on the actual main dimensionals. So I either would just use the minis as they are. So, for example, if I put one right here in the middle, can you see that from the other side? No, it's actually all right. But we could also cut it down. And if I was going to use really small ones, I would actually use the edges from the big dimensionals, because these edges are smaller, believe it or not. So let me just see if I can cut a couple of little ones. I'm just going to cut these edges. So if ever you need tiny, tiny dimensionals, this is not a bad way to go. So let me add one here and another one. And then I'm going to add a couple more here. And if you do it kind of symmetrical, what you add on one side, you add on the other side. That way, you know, you don't miss any. You know exactly where they are, where to put them. All right, a couple more. So I'm going to have one here and one here. And then up here, it's actually big enough to get away with using a whole dimensional here because there's enough real estate up here that I can do that. If you want to get a couple more right up the very top, you could. All right. So I'm going to take the backs off all those. There is something nice about having your dimensionals behind your butterfly, even though it's a little tricky because the butterfly is, you know, it's quite intricate, but I still like it. Okay, let's put this on here. And I slightly stuck that bit out, so let me fix that one up. Like so. All right, so now it's kind of floating a little bit because it's up on dimensionals, which I rather like. All right, I need to put this on. Let's have a look and see what looks better, whether Night of Navy looks better or Pretty Peacock behind it. Maybe the Pretty Peacock might be the go, but let's see. So this would be the Pretty Peacock, which looks quite nice, and it goes in with our text and everything. And then we've got our, sorry, I just said that would be the Pretty Peacock. No, that would be the Night of Navy. And the Pretty Peacock, I don't have any scraps left in the box, so I have to get out a new piece. PP, which I'm assuming is Pretty Peacock. That's what Donna said, and that's what Nairi said too. So let's cut this at 14.3 by 10 for our card front size. And let's have a look and see. Yeah, I think it does look better. I think you girls are right. Okay. All right, so use whatever glue you like, Tombow, seal, tape, whatever, to attach your card front on. And I'm going to add some bling as well. It definitely needs some. And I've got a piece of basic white thick here, and I'm just going to fold that over. Okay, that's looking really nice. You see that? Looks good, doesn't it? I know, it's such an easy stamp set to use. Now, there's a couple of things I wanted to add, so let me see. We need, like I said, we need some bling, and we have some choices. And I'm also going to add a tiny bit of linen thread. Just going to do a little bow of linen thread in the center of the butterfly because I think that will look really nice. Just add that little something something, right? So let me cut this with my scissors. We can always trim it down a bit more in a minute. And I'm going to use a glue dot. Oh, the end of my, see my glue, this? If you look closely, you'll see there are teeth marks. Can you see the teeth marks in the end of my for some reason, Crumpets decided he really likes chewing on the end of my tape that the glue dots are stuck onto. He's been going for that lately. I don't know why. Okay, that's looking pretty nice actually. I'm just going to cut this a little shorter, not too much. Can you see that? I like that. I think it looks good. I know, right, Barbara? Oh, Crumpet, indeed. Yes. All right. So now we need to work out which would be the nicest embellishments to use. We can use the fabulous iridescent faceted gems. Those would be quite nice. Ooh. Now here's something interesting. I don't know. These are new. These are coming out in the new catalogue, and I'm wondering, are these Coastal Cabana? Because those actually would look really nice with the pretty peacock. Those are a hot choice. I really like them. Of course, we have the Drucy dots. Those would be nice, probably in the silver Drucy dots. Oh, we have lots of good choices, you guys. We could also do, you know, those. Oh yeah, we have the blooming pearls. The blooming pearls have the pretty peacock pearls, so those are nice as well. There's lots of choices. We also have the white sequins. Those would be lovely. Those are the iridescent white sequins, and they've got like all different colors. Can you see all the different colors? Those are really nice. Those would go well as well. And these are a free celebration item with a $100 order. So the butterfly set is going on the wish list. Oh, I know, right? I get it. And then we've got the good old metallic, the adhesive back metallic gems, which has got the copper. Oh, the copper would look nice too. Copper, silver, and gold. We have too many choices. What do you think? The new one's in the green? Okay. I'm just going to look up really quickly in my new catalogue, which I've got one right here, what colour this is. It looks like Coastal Cabana or Summer Splash, and I'm just going to have a very quick look because I reckon it's one of those. But let me just have a very quick look. Oh, it just says Sunny Day Iridescent Dots, but it doesn't say in the catalogue, it doesn't say what the green is. But I think those would be nice. So let's use them, shall we? I know, I wish they put the colours on the back of the embellishment. They usually do put it in the catalogue, but even these, it's not there. So, all right, so you have the big ones and you have the small ones. So let's pick a big one. Oh, I should be using something sharp, like a pokey tool or my scissors would work. Let's see. I'm going to go here. One. And then I'm going to have a smaller one. I'm going to have another one over here. And then another one. We might need to adjust because I'm not sure that the placement of these is exactly what I want. I'm going to have this one. This one's going to move. It's not the right spot. It's going to move up higher. And it also needs to have the adhesive rolled back under because I managed to mess that up. There we go. What do you think? Do we like these? They're nice, aren't they? I'm looking forward to using these. The colours are fantastic. So the colour in the paper in that set, I know, I love them too. They're fantastic. I like that. I think it's Melon Mambo Pumpkin Pie and maybe Summer Splash, but I'm going to see if it's the colour would be in the paper, even if it's not in the gems. So I'm looking very quickly. So the colours in the paper that match that are, well, it says Melon Mambo, Calypso Coral, Pumpkin Pie, Lemon Lime Twist, Summer Splash. That's what it is. It's Summer Splash and Berry Burst. Okay, so those are the colours that are in here. And I love Summer Splash. It's one of my favourite. It's probably my favourite current in colour right now. There we go. We have a cute little dotty, texty butterfly card. What do we think? Turned out nice, didn't it? And, of course, we also have our little gift bag that we made at the beginning. That turned out nice as well. There are our projects for today, guys. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, girls. Thank you so much. If anyone has any questions or you wanted to reach out and ask anything of me at all, just please feel free to do so. I am going to be showing, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be showing you some things with the markers that we have, because there's a fantastic joining special in January, from the 7th of January, with the markers. They're giving away oodles and oodles of markers with the joining as a joining special. So I will go over that with you more as time gets by. If you're after more information now, you can either check the back of your celebration catalogue, or you can contact me and I will get you that information. So here I am. Okay, so how did we do tonight? Did we go well? What do you think? You have to watch the replay, Julie. That's okay. No trouble at all. Nice to have you with us. Oh, you're very welcome, Margaret. You're very welcome, Nairi. Everyone, thank you so much for being here tonight. If I don't see you, if you're in my team, I'll see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you're not, I will see you guys next Friday night. So I would just like to take this opportunity to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope you spend it with people you love, and that that everything that you would like to have happen can happen will happen for you at Christmas. So thank you so much, everyone. Really excited to share another year with you, and thanks for being part of my year this year. You're very, very welcome. I'll see you next Friday night. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.